So today I wanted to show you how to make this really cool marbled paper. It's so easy with materials you might even have in your own kitchen. So I would normally be making this on like a cookie sheet or something like that, but I'm just going to use some aluminum foil because here I am at school and I don't have any cookie sheets here at school. So anyway, we might be using some different materials, but let's go ahead and get started on this really cool process. So I'm just going to go ahead and move the camera down just a little bit, and you're going to get some of this shaving cream and shake it up real good. You want to make sure that it's good and ready to go. And before you get too far along, just take a moment and put your name on the back side of your paper so that we can get that back to you before you leave or anything like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and get oh my gosh, isn't this the coolest? It just kind of fills up that paper and it just starts expanding and getting bigger. There's a little spot right there that I missed, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill in some of those areas. And I'm going to say that that's good enough. You don't need a ton of it. You just kind of want to put a nice layer on there. Okay, now that I've got that done, I'm going to be taking some of these paint colors that you can use. It's just, a lot of people use it for decorating cakes or possibly, like Easter eggs and stuff like that. You can just put some of that right onto your stuff. Ooh, this one must be almost out. I'm going to try some colors, just putting them next to each other. Just a few dots, dot, not a lot. You don't need a ton. Boy, wow, I'm going to have to go to the store and get some more of these. They're almost all gone. There we go. Just a few drops and just kind of start spreading them around. You don't really want them to get too close to each other, but just a few here and there. You don't have to squeeze these things really, really hard. You just want to put a few drops here and there. Isn't that cool? All right, I'm going to just try a light color. These seem to be pretty dark colors here and there, so I'm going to try putting in a little bit of yellow too to see how that looks. So, wow, this one's coming out a lot faster than the other ones. Just a few drops here or there. Notice that I'm not getting any lines on there right now, just droplets of color. Okay, now that I've got some colors put on there, you're going to get one of these cardboard pieces that have some sticks at the bottom, and then I just use that to comb through the color and to start spreading it around. Now my daughter the other day I was trying this with her and my son, and what they wanted to do I would not suggest. So they wanted to just stir it up like this, okay? And that made me very nervous because I thought to myself, if I am stirring it like a batter of cookies, then I'm not going to be able to see all of those fine comb lines. It's going to be all mixed together. I'm like, okay, that might look kind of cool right there, but I don't want to have a ton of that because I'm not going to be able to see all of the colors of the paper starting to spread. It might end up being like a solid color of brown. So once I've got my name on there, I'm just going to go ahead and layer that down. And you'll notice that I scoop it like this. And the reason that I do that is because I do not want my paper to get any bubbles in it. So I'm going to get that all the way to the corners. Check the corners, making sure that when you put that in there, okay, that there's not any parts. And you might even start to see the marbling through your paper. I don't know if you can see that through the video, but I can start to see the marbling through the paper. It's super cool. I'm going to go ahead and lift this off. And it's not going to be the finished result. Like you're like, oh, that looks horrible, Mrs. Waxen. I know, but just wait because we're gonna slide some of that stuff off. Okay, so I'm going to move that to the side for a second. And I am going to grab some cardboard that does not have any of those sticks through it. So you can see I've used this piece of cardboard more than once. You're just going to take it, scrape it off that extra foam that you don't need. I'll do it again and just scrape it, scrape all that stuff off. Okay, so now that I've got all that scraped off, I am like, oh, there's my paper. I just love the way that turned out. Now the cool thing is I'm going to set that aside. It's not soaking, dripping wet, so that's what's super nice that we're going to be able to take these home today. But I'm going to set that aside, and then with my my foam that I've got going on here, I'm going to use it more than once. So I encourage you to do the same. I'm not kidding. When Paul did this the other day and he just started putting colors right on top of mine, I was like, wow, he got actually a lot of cool colors. Like his turned out to be a lot better than mine, just because I was like, oh my gosh, all the color was brighter because of the other colors from the first print that I made. So I don't know, I just had a lot of fun with this project. I'm going to add a few more colors. This is the one that's empty. Had a lot of fun with this, and I hope you do too. There. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, I really like this project. I think you're going to have tons of fun making your own prints like so.